Hello everyone, Deb Walker here to talk to you today about organizational culture. Our lesson 15 and final discussion asks us to read case 15, Never on a Sunday, from our organizational behavior textbook by Uhlbein, Schimmerhorn, and Osborne, and answer the question, what lessons for developing organizational cultures can this case provide for other firms that aren't family run? Now, in order to answer this question, it's important to understand what exactly organizational culture is. Organizational culture can be viewed as a culmination of values, beliefs, and assumptions that have been borne out by experience over time. These factors guide the behavior of people that make up the organization. Culture can be also considered by many organizations simply as a way of getting things done. It encompasses the values, behavior, and structure of the organization. Now, some of it is visible through the use of symbols such as logos or mottos, and some of it is foundational and it cannot be seen, but it is apparent in how the company does business. Now, in order to answer this week's question, let's try to apply this week's lesson to the company culture at McCoy's Building Supply Centers. Now, according to the case study, the McCoy family has owned and operated a successful building supply business for over 70 years. But after reading the case study, being the intellectually curious person that I am, I decided to look them up on the internet, and I found that they were actually founded in 1927 and now have been in business for 93 years. So the case study is really old. And even so, they must be doing something right. Nevertheless, their success can be attributed to their own unique company culture that is based on their evangelical Christian values. These values are evident in everything that they do. They don't just talk the talk, but they also walk the walk, so to speak. They have a reputation for fair and honest dealing with their customers and with their employees. Their convictions are so strong they feel that they are honoring their God by obeying the Bible and by not only not taking Sundays off themselves, but they close down the entire operation on Sundays. Their website says that this shows that they have a commitment to building what they perceive as family values. While other people might say that they have a strong commitment to their faith, when it comes to their bottom line, they often choose staying open over closing their business if it means losing money. But the McCoys are sticking to their faith and think that it's worth it. Since the McCoy family is a family-run business, the McCoys' business is family-run, they're free to express their religious convictions and run their business the way they see fit. McCoy's has undoubtedly built a strong company culture based on a core set of values and beliefs, and they tie their everyday activities to their values, which in some ways can give them a competitive advantage. The same strategy, though, is applicable to any type of organization. Therefore, the company serves as a lesson for non-family run businesses and highlights the importance of building a corporate culture by starting with values and sticking to them with your behavior and actions. While most organizations' values may not reflect specific religious ideology, they are often based in ethical principles. Furthermore, they let people know what the company stands for. Now, according to Uhlbein et al., 2015, unique shared values can provide a strong corporate identity, enhance collective commitment, provides a stable social system, and reduces the needs for formal and bureaucratic controls. Now, even though all of this sounds great, and there's nothing inherently wrong with these values, a strong company culture is not always a good thing. It may be so ingrained into the organization that it may not be able to adapt to future challenges that may present themselves. Now, in the case of the McCoys, I was curious if their dogmatic approach to not opening on Sundays has hurt their bottom line. In perusing their site, I learned that they suffered greatly from competing with Home Depot and Lowe's. However, instead of changing their values, they dug in, and their solution was to diversify their offerings to differentiate themselves from the industry leaders. Furthermore, they seem to be trying to target a niche market that shares the same values as they do. This is evident in their choice of locations, since they haven't really expanded beyond Texas, Oklahoma, and some other western states. Furthermore, they seem to be putting a greater emphasis on farm and ranching supplies and lumber these days. They also own their own lumber mill, so now they can be considered a direct supplier. The point is that they haven't changed their values, but they have had to change their strategy because their values seem to have limited their opportunities. Furthermore, I think most people today want to be able to shop whenever they want to, so I'm sure that they have lost customers who want to buy things on Sunday to the competition. However, they don't seem to care, which may prove a disadvantage to them in the future, with changing customer demands and more diversity being likely to present them with challenges. The case study alludes to the fact that they will be needing to recruit more college students to help them keep up with technology as well. This may help infuse new ideas and new values into the company that may allow them to adapt and change to meet future challenges. Now, on a final note, I'll preface this with the fact that I consider myself to be a tolerant person and don't like to pass judgment on people because of their religious beliefs. I think that people should be able to worship and believe whatever they want. However, when it comes to who I do business with, I'm more inclined to want to know about the companies I give my money to. I think many people nowadays don't want to buy from companies who do things like exploit their workers or pollute the environment. Um, and these are behaviors that don't align with their values. Um, and so, unfortunately, over the past 93 years, Christian values have changed radically in this country. Christianity used to be associated with honesty, integrity, and helping your fellow man. So, people felt that doing business with Christians meant that they would get a fair deal. So, that might have been good for when they first started the company, but, things are changing. As a matter of fact, of late, some evangelical Christians have proven themselves to be hypocritical, highly immoral, and downright unethical. There have been many scandals with several preachers, with them enriching themselves at the expense of their congregations. Furthermore, many have aligned themselves with unethical leaders who lie and cheat. They take dogmatic approaches to promote racism and bigotry toward others who are different and try to take away the human rights of others, all while claiming to promote the values of integrity. These are things that I won't tolerate. So for me, I run the other way if I know the company's run by evangelicals. Take Hobby Lobby, for example. They don't want to have to pay for health insurance because some employees might use it to get birth control. Or Chick-fil-A, for example, who support anti-LGBTQ organizations. So my final take on the culture at McCoy's and companies like them is that while these companies may maintain their niche markets by having a strong culture, it is that same culture that may also limit their opportunities for growth. So I'd like to end by saying that I've enjoyed hearing all of your ideas and seeing the people behind those ideas this semester. Good luck to you all, and I wish you much success in your future endeavors. Thanks for watching.